Have you ever wondered if a simple coin in your pocket could secretly hold the power to change your life forever? Imagine finding a coin so unique, so steeped in hidden history, that collectors around the world would stop in their tracks just to see it. Today, you're about to discover one of the most mysterious treasures in modern numismatics, the British £1 coin from 2002, a coin that, under the right circumstances, has been valued by expert collectors at a staggering $17 million. Yes, you heard that right, 17 million. But why? What makes this single pound so extraordinarily special? Stay with me, because what you're about to hear will make you look at every coin in your collection differently. Welcome to World Coins Hub, your trusted guide to uncovering the hidden stories and values behind the coins most people overlook. If you're passionate about numismatics, you already know that every coin tells a story, a journey of art, metal, minting precision, and national heritage. But the 2002 British £1 coin? It's not just a story. It's a riddle wrapped in history, craftsmanship, and rarity. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why collectors, investors, and grading professionals from PCGS and NGC have called this one of the most fascinating modern coins ever produced. Let's begin by traveling back to the early 2000s, a time when Britain's currency was undergoing subtle but significant evolution. The £1 coin, introduced in 1983, had already become an iconic part of daily British life. Heavy, solid, and instantly recognizable by its distinctive 12-sided design. But in 2002, something remarkable happened. The Royal Mint released a design that paid tribute to England itself, featuring the stunning English oak tree branch, a symbol of endurance, heritage, and timeless strength. While millions of these coins circulated, a select few carried subtle anomalies, minute variations in the die, differences in edge lettering, or unexpected minting errors that went unnoticed by the public, but captured the attention of the world's most dedicated collectors. And here's where the mystery begins. Among those few coins lies one example so flawless, so perfectly preserved in mint condition, that it achieved an ultra-rare grade under professional examination, earning recognition from the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, and the Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC, as one of the highest quality specimens ever recorded. Graded at an astonishing level of near perfection, this coin's condition pushed its desirability into a realm almost never seen for modern British coinage. Collectors know, when rarity meets condition, value skyrockets, and that's precisely what happened here. To truly appreciate its magnitude, let's look at its physical features. The 2002 £1 coin was struck in nickel brass, a durable alloy of copper, zinc, and nickel that gives it that warm golden hue. It weighs 9.5 grams, with a diameter of 22.5 millimeters and a thickness of 3.15 millimeters. The obverse bears the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, showing her mature profile with the elegant inscription Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 2002. The reverse, crafted by Timothy Noad, presents the iconic oak tree branch with leaves and acorns, symbolizing England's proud and enduring spirit. At first glance, this may look like an ordinary coin, one that passed through thousands of hands in shops, trains, and wallets. But numismatics is a field built on minute details. Under magnification, experts identified incredibly small die characteristics that made one specific 2002 issue different. Tiny texturing variations, micro-level planchet irregularities, and an exceptional mint luster that refused to fade, all contributed to what grading professionals later called a once-in-a-generation strike. Now, before we dive deeper, let's pause and consider what truly drives coin value. Every seasoned collector knows that the three cornerstones of value are rarity, condition, and demand. A coin can be old, but if it's common, it won't be worth much. On the other hand, a modern coin can command astronomical prices if it's one of a kind and in pristine shape. That's where the art of grading comes in. PCGS and NGC, the two giants of professional grading, use a meticulous 70-point scale, with mint state 70, representing absolute perfection under magnification. The British £1 coin from 2002 that stunned the numismatic world was graded so close to that perfection mark that it set new records in modern British currency valuation. But rarity and grading aren't the only secrets behind this coin's multi-million-dollar allure. There's also a fascinating numismatic backstory involving limited die life and small batch minting during 2002. Some experts believe that a very small subset of these coins were struck during a calibration phase at the Royal Mint, possibly using dies that were prepared and polished beyond the usual standard. The result? A microscopic difference in the way the design reflects light, creating a distinctive shimmering surface that collectors describe as liquid gold. It's that kind of detail that separates a regular coin from one that becomes legend. Now imagine this. You're at a coin show, browsing through a dealer's case, when your eyes fall on a coin that seems different. The tone, the luster, the sharpness of the details. It almost glows. That's what one collector experienced before discovering this very coin, unknowingly holding what would later be appraised at $17 million. For those who understand numismatics, this wasn't luck, it was knowledge, patience, and passion meeting at the perfect moment. And here's something every collector should know. Coins like this don't just exist in museums. They're out there, in private hands, forgotten drawers, or old family collections passed down through generations. The thrill of numismatics is that anyone, anywhere, could be the next person to find one. It's this sense of endless possibility that fuels the entire collector community. Before we move forward, let's talk about condition, because this single factor can turn a $1 coin into a $1 million masterpiece. Condition isn't just about appearance, it's about surface preservation, strike sharpness, luster, and eye appeal. The 2002 British £1 coin that achieved its legendary valuation had virtually no contact marks, perfect edge lettering, and mirror-like fields that reflected light with unmatched brilliance. Even under 5x magnification, the surfaces showed zero visible abrasions, a hallmark of MS69 Plus or higher quality on the Sheldon scale. When PCGS or NGC authenticates such a coin, the grading label alone becomes a part of its story, adding credibility, protection, and premium value in auctions worldwide. Collectors often say that grading is both an art and a science, and that couldn't be truer for this coin. Professionals analyze everything from metal composition to die rotation and rim alignment. The higher the grade, the smaller the supply. And in the world of modern British coins, high-grade examples of the 2002 pound are incredibly scarce. That scarcity is what creates demand shock, a numismatic term referring to the sudden spike in collector competition once a coin's rarity is confirmed. And here's the real twist. While this particular coin reached its fame due to grading excellence and rarity, thousands of others from the same year exist in circulation, hiding in plain sight. The difference lies in their condition and preservation. Coins stored in temperature-stable, humidity-controlled environments with minimal handling can maintain mint brilliance for decades. Those same coins, if submitted to PCGS or NGC for grading, could easily surprise even experienced collectors. By now, you might be asking yourself, could I have one of these? Could that 2002 £1 coin tucked away in a drawer be worth millions? Well, stay tuned, because in the next part of this video, we'll uncover the deeper numismatic secrets behind this coin's valuation, the advanced grading insights, how to authenticate, where to sell, and how to ensure you're getting the highest possible value from your discovery. And before we continue, make sure you like this video, comment below if you've ever found an unusual British coin, and subscribe to World Coins Hub. Because what's coming next could be the key that unlocks your own hidden treasure. Now that we've uncovered the fascinating background and physical perfection of the 2002 British £1 coin, let's journey deeper into the world where value isn't measured by metal, but by mystery, precision, and rarity. Because what separates an ordinary coin from a life-changing one isn't luck. It's the knowledge of how to identify, grade, and protect it. Collectors and investors alike know one truth: grading is everything. The global standard for determining a coin's worth begins with two professional grading giants, PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. These organizations have built their reputations on precision, authenticity, and trust. When you send a coin to either of them, it undergoes an intense, multi-step process. Every detail is inspected: luster, strike quality, surface marks, rim alignment, die rotation, and microscopic imperfections invisible to the naked eye. For a 2002 British £1 coin, the difference between an MS-65 and an MS-69 can mean hundreds of thousands, or in rare cases like this, millions of dollars in valuation. The reason? In higher grades, surviving populations are tiny. For example, while tens of millions of 2002 pounds were struck, fewer than a handful have ever been verified as ultra-gem condition, with surfaces so clean and strikes so sharp they appear freshly minted 2 decades later. And that's exactly what happened with this legendary coin. When it was first submitted to PCGS, the graders were astonished. The brilliance of the fields, the perfect relief on the oak design, the flawless edge lettering. It was unlike any example they had seen. The coin achieved a near-perfect grade, certified as a specimen that defied normal production standards. That certification label alone became part of its myth, adding not just authentication, but global recognition. Once a coin reaches that level, collectors know it's not just an object, it's an artifact of minting perfection. Let's talk about why condition and grading matter so much in numismatics. Imagine two identical coins minted in the same year. One circulates for a few years, rubbed by pockets and counters, its luster fading slowly. The other sits untouched in a mint set, sealed away from air, moisture, and fingerprints. When both coins surface decades later, they might look similar, but under magnification, one tells a story of wear, and the other whispers of untouched purity. That untouched example commands premium value. That's the power of condition. Now let's explore the numismatic insights that make the 2002 British £1 coin particularly special to collectors around the world. While most people see this coin as simply another issue from the Royal Mint, numismatists see something else: a piece of transition-era coinage. 2002 was one of the final years before the introduction of several redesigns and minting updates that changed die materials and techniques. That means the dies used for this coin were part of a closing chapter in Britain's traditional striking process. Collectors refer to this as a final die generation coin, a term used for the last batches of coins made with specific engraving methods before technological changes. These coins often develop small variations that can later prove critical to identifying unique specimens. The rare $17 million example might have originated from one of those transitional die batches, which could explain its exceptional sharpness and surface reflectivity. Let's add another layer of intrigue: die state analysis. Every die used to strike coins deteriorates slightly over time. Early strikes, those made when the die is fresh and polished, produce sharper details and stronger luster. Later strikes, made when the die begins to wear, often show faint lines or weaker impressions. The legendary £1 coin from 2002, believed to be a first die strike, possibly among the earliest examples to leave the press. That's another reason its surfaces appear more vibrant than typical circulation coins. In coin grading terminology, that's referred to as early die state, EDS. When experts see an EDS coin with perfect preservation, it creates what we call a numismatic apex, a combination of technical quality, rarity, and historical context so powerful that the value transcends face value entirely. But let's be real for a moment. Not every collector has access to professional tools or grading labs. So, how can you know if your 2002 £1 coin might be special? Start with the basics of self-assessment. First, look at the coin under bright white light. If you can see full design details on the queen's hair, the oak leaves, and the edge lettering, you might have a high-grade example. Next, tilt it slightly. If the coin glows with a warm golden luster and reflects light evenly, that's a good sign. Any scratches, dings, or discolorations, however small, can drop the grade significantly. Once you suspect your coin could be rare, handle it only by the edges, wear cotton gloves, and never clean it. Cleaning coins can permanently damage their surfaces, instantly reducing their value. Place it in a 2x2 holder or a coin capsule for protection. Then, consider sending it to PCGS or NGC for professional evaluation. So how do you actually submit a coin for grading? It's simple but precise. You'll need to create an account with PCGS or NGC. Fill out a submission form indicating coin type, year, and denomination, and select the appropriate grading tier. Modern or economy is usually sufficient for post-1950 coins. Then, package your coin securely and ship it to their authorized grading center. Once graded, your coin is returned in a tamper-proof holder, also known as a slab, with a unique serial number and grade certification. That holder doesn't just protect the coin, it becomes a passport of authenticity, ensuring collectors worldwide can trust its legitimacy. And once you have that certified grade, the world of selling opens up dramatically. So where should you sell a coin of this magnitude? Let's talk about the right selling platforms. For verified rare coins, your best choices are Heritage Auctions, Stax Bowers Galleries, and Sotheby's, premier venues that cater to serious collectors and investors. These platforms have global reach, meaning your coin will be seen by bidders across continents. For less formal sales or initial offers, you can also approach numismatic dealers certified by the American Numismatic Association, ANA, or professional members of the British Numismatic Trade Association, BNTA. If you prefer online platforms, PCGS itself hosts an approved marketplace where graded coins are listed by verified sellers. There's also eBay, but remember, eBay should only be used once your coin has been authenticated and slabbed. A professionally graded coin will always command more respect and higher bids. Now, imagine the moment you discover that your humble £1 coin has been certified as near perfect by PCGS. The certificate arrives. The label reads MS69, and the numismatic world begins to buzz. Word spreads across collector forums, social media groups, and auction listings. That's how coin legends are born, through authentication, discovery, and community fascination. Speaking of community, that's what makes numismatics so powerful. Behind every great coin discovery are the conversations, theories, and friendships shared among collectors. It's more than a hobby. It's a lifelong pursuit of history and beauty captured in metal. Every collector remembers their first valuable find, the coin that sparked the obsession. And maybe, just maybe, this 2002 £1 story inspires you to check your own collections, your drawers, your change jars, and your forgotten envelopes from years past. But let's not forget, value can change overnight. Market demand, collector interest, auction publicity. These factors can send coin prices soaring. In numismatic economics, this is known as the rarity-demand dynamic, a principle that explains why some coins suddenly explode in value when public awareness increases. The 2002 British £1 coin achieved fame not only for its condition, but also for its story. An underdog coin that turned into a multi-million-dollar artifact of modern minting. And that's why every collector watching right now should stay curious, because the next legendary coin might be waiting in your very own collection. It's not about chasing luck. It's about learning the details, understanding the history, and building your knowledge with passion. So, if you ever come across a 2002 £1 coin, don't dismiss it as ordinary. Examine it closely, study its shine, observe the edges. Weigh it. It should be 9.5 grams. Measure its diameter, 22.5 millimeters. Check its thickness, 3.15 millimeters. Look for that perfect alignment, the crisp lettering, the undisturbed luster. If everything aligns, you might just be holding a coin that could change your life. And if you're wondering how to build your numismatic journey from here, start small. Study the mint marks, read grading guides, and connect with other enthusiasts. Visit local coin shows, join online forums, and most importantly, never stop searching. Because the greatest discoveries in coin collecting often happen by accident, found in the most unexpected places by people who simply took the time to look closer. Now, before we close, let's revisit what we've learned. The 2002 British £1 coin isn't just a piece of metal. It's a symbol of craftsmanship, precision, and passion. Its legendary $17 million valuation stems from a perfect storm of condition, rarity, grading excellence, and collector fascination. It teaches us that even modern coins can rival ancient treasures when rarity meets perfection. So, my friends, if this story inspired you, hit that like button right now, because your support helps us uncover more hidden gems from around the world. Comment below if you've ever found a coin you thought was ordinary, only to discover it had hidden value. And most importantly, subscribe to World Coins Hub, because every week we bring you the secrets, stories, and mysteries behind the coins that have changed lives and built legacies. And here's your challenge. After this video, go through your collection. Look at every coin, every detail, every date. Because somewhere right now, someone is holding a coin worth a fortune, and they just don't know it yet. Could it be you? This is World Coins Hub, your window into the fascinating world of rare currencies and timeless treasures. Stay curious, stay inspired, and keep collecting. Because the next $1 million coin might just be sitting in your hand.